Welcome to Cryptonomics, Principles of Cryptocurrency and Investing. So the other day I talked to my friend Chris Guida talking about the legitimate uses of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So there's a lot of legitimate uses, and it could come down to using hashes to prove ownership of a song or some other creative work. It could also be about using it in commerce, as many people are doing in Venezuela, or using it to support politically unpopular causes like WikiLeaks. So there's a lot more of that. We'll get into that in a second. Thank you so much for everybody sharing these videos and podcasts and subscribing on YouTube and liking on Facebook, commenting on Steemit and getting into a great discussion there. Let's get into it.
Lock your wallets, take your profits.
Next question. What legitimate uses are there for Bitcoin or cryptocurrency?
Store of value, unless you bought it to Pete. Yeah, what I would say is monetary sovereignty. I mean, I just enjoy the fact that I can own something of value, which practically cannot be taken from me, and practically is effortless and weightless. Effortless to hold because it's weightless. It does require an investment of some research so that you can put together a security solution that you feel comfortable with. But once you have that, somebody comes to take your Bitcoin, you just say, "What Bitcoin?" I sold it all. So
yeah, yeah. So having control over your own currency, that's definitely important.
Yeah.
But then there's a whole bunch of things, and I don't know if I've just missed out on the discussions of this, because it seems like a few years ago people were talking more crazy ideas or different things like following the supply chain with cryptocurrency. Satoshi came up with that other coin, Namecoin,
right,
which would be used for domain name services. So looking up websites so your computer can find the website and things like that.
Yeah. So there are all sorts of use cases for Bitcoin. Legitimate, I don't know what the person means by legitimate use cases.
I
can tell you that
buying drugs.
Yeah, well, that's a legitimate use case. Or buying things, buying things that you're. What I mean is buying things that maybe you have an oppressive government. Maybe you live in Venezuela.
Yeah.
And you just want to buy toilet paper or something like that.
Yeah.
You can do that transaction without anybody spying on you, and that's really, really useful for certain people.
So I looked at the example the other day. Remember, in 2010, WikiLeaks had a blockade, a payment blockade, MasterCard, Visa, PayPal. Nobody would process transactions for them. So in that case, it's great to have this kind of apolitical currency that you can use over the internet and send political causes money. Nobody can stop.
Exactly. Bitcoin probably saved WikiLeaks. Actually, Satoshi mentioned WikiLeaks. He said, "Oh no, WikiLeaks, has kicked the hornet's nest. Basically, it's getting too hot," and that's kind of when he started withdrawing from the project.
Huh.
Because he was like, oh no, now the governments are basically Julian Assange was just like, fuck you governments. I have this Bitcoin thing. And Satoshi was like, oh no, now they're coming after us. So, yeah.
Right. Go back underground.
But he managed to disappear.
Another thing is Dash is supposedly gaining some traction in Venezuela as a medium of exchange. So there's around 3,000 merchants listed on Discover Dash, where people can go in and buy burgers or chicken or whatever.
Cool.
Like Church's Chicken in Venezuela accepts Dash, and some other brands. Real estate even you can buy with Dash.
Church's Chicken is in Venezuela?
Yes.
Okay,
cool.
but there's all sorts of legitimate uses for cryptocurrency. I mean, you can use the blockchain to store data in. If you want that data to never be able to be deleted or changed.
Yes.
So what you can do is you can store a hash in the blockchain, and the hash can be a pre-image for any data that you want. So thereby proving that data existed at that time. So
Yes.
Factum is built on top of this. I don't know if Factom is going anywhere these days, but they had a cool data anchoring system where you could basically just anchor all of your data in the blockchain. And what else?
Yeah, so that's useful for copyright. People used to send themselves copies of their work in the mail to prove that they wrote it before a certain date. But now you could theoretically put a hash of your song or your manuscript on the blockchain and then just point to it later and say, well, there it is, and that date.
Yeah, exactly. People like to dispute that, you can also do this with Twitter. You can just tweet a hash, and then nobody knows what it is until you reveal the pre-image.
Right.
So there's other use cases. So the sort of banking layer for Bitcoin, or the payments layer for Bitcoin, the Lightning Network, or maybe something similar, is currently under development. And of course, once that is developed and transactions are instant and free, or almost free, there will be a lot more use cases for cryptocurrency. But I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg too. I mean, there's so many potential use cases, but a lot of the use cases, like issuing assets on a blockchain, smart contracts, stuff like that. Those are in development and probably will become really useful in the future sometime, but not right now. Actually, I think the Lightning Network is a system of smart contracts. And I think it's because the contracts themselves are so simple that keeps them very secure. So I think you'll see a lot of people using the Lightning Network in the next few years.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Cryptonomics. Thanks for subscribing and sharing this around, subscribing on YouTube and liking on Facebook and having a good time, being cool. As always, stay grateful.
Alright guys, ready?
Yeah.
I respect you. You're fucking legends. Chopper Reed, rest in peace. Mayor Chopper Reed. Mayor Chopper Reed, rest in peace, man. You're a legend.
Yeah.
I know we hate Guinness, but look, I respect you. I love you. Huh?
Alright, good on you. Take care. Stay out of trouble, my lad.